Good morning all, my name is Haley Comet and welcome to Just Another Magic Monday. Your weekly horoscope for the week of January 31st to February 6th of 2022. What the stars have in store for you, your life, and how to synchronize with the planetary energies to live your most magical aligned life. If it is your first time to Magic Monday, hi, my name is Haley. I'm here every single Monday, rain or shine, 2:30 a.m. PST, 5:30 a.m. EST. I would feel so honored if you feel inclined to give any engagement from a like, a share, a comment, subscribe, notification, only if I've earned it, only if you gain value from the content itself. And let's talk about the astrology of this week. And I come to your computer or your phone screen today bearing excellent news. Can we give a round of applause? A round of applause for Mercury, who is stationing direct this week. Whew, wasn't that one a doozy? Oh my gosh, Mercury retrograde low-key messed up my life, but it's okay. I'm ruled by Mercury, so my Gemini risings, my Virgo risings, you probably feel me. We're a little bit more sensitive to what Mercury's doing. My Taurus and my Libra risings, your ruling planets Venus, so you're probably really happy that Venus stationed retrograde last week. So we're building some forward momentum. We also have an Aquarius New Moon today, Monday, January 31st. Yes, it's under some stress, but it is forward momentum and it's slowly building. We're getting out of retrograde palooza of having both Venus and Mercury retrograde. So new week, new moon, new us, question mark. I'll be taking you through it day by day, how you can synchronize with these energies to make the most of it. And let's take it to vibe check of the week. So the vibe check this week feels like a slumber party, okay? And I've got my jammies on today. Typically I film this during the morning, but I'm filming at night. So A, I just wanted to be cozy. B, it went with the theme of the vibe check around we're all at a slumber party, gathering and gossiping and all of the things, but I have a very particular storyline of the slumber party that sort of echoes some of the opportunities and energies within this week's astrology to sort of just bring these terms and concepts to life. So the reason I thought of a slumber party is because we got an Aquarius New Moon. Aquarius is associated with groups, friendships, things of the like. And this new moon is conjoined Saturn, which is a very sobering, serious planet. And it squares Uranus, which is unpredictable and liberating. So I want you to think of your first time going to a slumber party, maybe with a group of people you didn't know that well. And you could take it back to whenever you had slumber parties, middle school, high school, whatever. And kind of going to that first slumber party and just like feeling a little bit awkward. And I'm also going to associate this storyline around, you know, you had to liberate yourself from your past group of friends because you didn't feel safe or free to be yourself. And you're feeling a little awkward. You don't know how exactly to connect with people. You want that sense of belonging, but it's always sort of awkward embarking in those connections at first, right? And there's this liberation energy around disrupting what didn't work for you. Maybe at the friend groups, everyone would gossip around you and they would make fun of you for how weird you are. And in this new friend group, you're like, I really want to be around people who value my weird, my eccentricity. That's what Aquarius season's all about. That's why I'm allowed to wear my pajamas on youtube.com. And you could do whatever you want too. Aquarius is about letting our free flag fly and liberating ourselves from any circumstances, whether that's a friend group, a slumber party that is not serving you any longer. And claiming those shifts might be a little awkward. It might be a little tough, but it's worth it. You are worth it. Being able to honor your own self is worth it. And so now that we have the vibe check, let's break it down day by day. So do keep in mind that all times that I mention will be PST, so just make sure to adjust to your time zone. And there's day by day timestamps below if you choose to come back or anything of the nature. So Monday, January 31st, 2022, we have the Aquarius New Moon. It doesn't exact until 9:46 p.m. So it's building all day, so you could notice you feel a little bit more exhausted, a little bit more out of body. I mean, with Aquarius Moon, we could feel sort of detached from our reality, like sort of like head in the clouds, but not like in a dreamy Pisces way, sort of like head in the clouds, like, are there aliens? What would happen if I ate a banana peel? Just like random insights that are coming out. You know, Aquarius is such a brilliant energy, but they really be pondering the most random questions. And then I'm like, I really wonder that too. So on Monday with the balsamic moon and the moon in Aquarius, you might notice it's a little hard to focus, or you might feel a little bit more exhausted, not as interested in doing the report and more so interested in doing a deep dive into some other project that is not your job at all. So Mercury is retrograde. Venus hasn't cleared the shadow, so it's not necessarily the most aligned time for a fresh start. But it is an aligned time to call in what would be liberating for your experience, because this new moon is gathered with Saturn, which yes, does impart some awkwardness to it. We could be very hard on ourselves, sort of feeling this emotional level of viewing our lives very realistically, which, you know, being realistic isn't always fun, right? But there's this sort of sobered approach to this new moon about being able to really look at our life and notice what is working and what is not working. You know, looking at our friend group and realizing this is not working. You guys are talking badly about me. I'm going to find a new slumber party with my star jammies. I'm out of here. We're going to eat pizza and play games and gossip about our crushes, and I deserve to be in circumstances that honor my weird or my eccentric, because with this new moon squaring Uranus, there's this disruption energy, and it can be a random insight that you get where you're like, ooh, this is not working, because it's this interesting energy around shedding what's not working, but it's a new foundation for inviting in what is. So sometimes it takes you knowing to yourself that you are deserving of something better, that you are deserving of being in a friend group who sees your true value, you are deserving of living a life that is true to you, so on and so forth. So the new moon, it's not the most joyous, you know, carefree, light new moon, but it is a really positive opportunity to look realistically at your life and really sum up what's working, what's not working. Where do you feel like you have to wear a mask, and where do you feel safe to be your own self? Where is your presence celebrated, and where is your presence scrutinized? And go to where you're celebrated. That's also sort of a theme with the new moon, because it does sextile Chiron in Aries. So there is sort of like a healing energy around, because sometimes we're just in situations and we think we can't do better, we think that we don't deserve better. And with the sextile to Chiron in Aries, it's almost like this energy around, no, I deserve better than this. I deserve better than people who, you know, gossip about me or talk behind my back or whatever the situation is. I'm just likening it to friends, because Aquarius is a side of friends, but it also could be many other facets within your life. Look at where Aquarius is in your chart to get a more realistic eye on the area of life that you're sort of working towards right now, and what this new moon can be in a really aligned time to focus on or to invite into your reality. Tuesday the 1st is the Lunar New Year. It's Year of the Tiger, and the only aspect all day is that the Aquarius moon conjoins Saturn at 3:01 a.m. and it'll be void all day. Ooh. So with this energy, we could be being really hard on ourselves. Like I was saying with the day prior, we can notice our just like heads in the cloud contemplating certain things. We can feel certain detachment. We could be just not in the mood to be super close or like to cuddle with our loved ones. Just having this energy around just not being in the mood. At work, not being in the mood. Working out, not being in the mood. We might still slog through our responsibilities because it is with Saturn, which is associated with that, but we're not going to really feel super joyful during it. So just handle your responsibilities. The moon is void, so avoid, you know, I wouldn't schedule the most important meeting that ever existed ever on Tuesday. Just with the moon void, it said that initiatives started during a void moon don't really amount to their fullest potential. So just something to keep in mind, because the moon is virtually void all day. All day. And the moon does not stop being void until Wednesday, February 2nd, which is Groundhog Day. Shout out to Puzzicani Phil. Shout out to Puzzicani. Who knows if we're gonna see winter or spring? I don't know. It's such a bizarre holiday. Groundhog Day is so bizarre. It makes so much sense that it falls during Aquarius season, because what? But the holiday that doesn't make sense that falls during Aquarius season is Valentine's Day. No shade, Aquarians. Y'all know I love you guys. But Aquarius has a very unusual, unconventional approach to romance. They're definitely not the chocolates and flowers sort of individuals, which Valentine's Day seems to herald. So Groundhog Day tracks completely for Aquarius energy. Valentine's Day, not so much. You know, I think Puzzicani is going to have good news to share. This just in. My early pick, we have really lovely astrology on Wednesday. The moon enters Pisces at 3 a.m. so we could feel more artistic, more sensitive, more emotional, and then it makes all sorts of nice connections. It sextiles Mars in Capricorn, so we can find we're feeling more ambitious to anchor our dreams, our ideals, Pisces moon, into reality, into practical steps. Interestingly, I just filmed the Capricorn rising video, which by the way, I'm doing a whole rising series. So if you want to learn more about your rising sign, I'm going through it backwards. So look out for that. But I just filmed Capricorn rising, so it should be up by now. But I was expanding upon how they're, goats, but they're sea goats. And water in astrology is associated with the emotional intuitive realm. And we typically don't subscribe that to Capricorn. But I think Capricorn can make things happen, right? They're able to take ideas or take whatever and turn it into substance. It's like alchemy, right? And I think both Pisces and Capricorn have that in common. So with this aspect, it really is about taking something from a dream into an ideal. Of course, Mercury is still retrograde. It's not the most forward momentum, but if there's something you want out pretty shortly here, I would put some energy behind it on Wednesday. And then the moon meets up with Jupiter, which is expansive, it's optimistic, which is why I think Puzzicani is just gonna feel that spring is on its way. Spring is coming, baby, because with moon conjunct Jupiter, it's this optimistic feeling, this anything's possible feeling. And then there's a creative, beautiful rush of energy with the moon sextile Uranus and sextile Venus that evening. So being more driven to want to create beauty within the reality, birth new things into the world, create. On Thursday the 3rd, Mercury stations direct. Congratulations, guys, we did it. But do keep in mind, walk, don't run. I will give you your green flag of when Mercury clears the shadow, Venus clears the shadow, for, my entrepreneurs, my creatives who have been working on something and they're like, Haley, you keep saying everything's retrograde. When is it all going to be direct? Like, when do I have the cosmic okay to launch this project? In the year 2022, the only time that all planets are direct, end of February, March, April. Other than that, there will be a planet retrograde at all times. And not to say you can't launch something when a planet's retrograde. I mean, outer planets are commonly retrograde. It's not the biggest deal, but all planets direct is a lot of forward momentum, which is helpful when it comes to new things that we want to work on. So do keep that in mind. And that's really the benefit of retrograde. So hopefully you've been using this to refine, edit, things alike, just sort of prepare things for birthing them out this spring in the Northern Hemisphere. Fall for the Southern Hemisphere. And on Thursday, expect head in the clouds as the Pisces moon will conjoin Neptune. So feeling more sensitive, be mindful of who it is that you are around. If you know that friend, you love that friend, the slumber party, but they are kind of a Debbie Downer and you don't want to be stuck next to them watching the movie, eating popcorn, listening to their sob story all night. It's this sort of energy when it's like, love you, but I'm just gonna go get the Oreos over here and sit next to Katie instead. Not that I like Katie more than you, but sometimes you have to protect your own energy. You have to have boundaries, and that's hard to do when there's a Neptune aspect, particularly within Pisces. You could feel things more intensely. A bunny commercial could come on and you could just start crying. A song starts playing, you could start crying. Someone texts something sweet to you and you could just start crying. Emotions will reach a zenith. If someone comes to you approaching you for money or for a favor, you're likely to say yes, honestly. So just a good day to sort of protect your energy, know what it is that you have to give, because the benefit of moon conjunct Neptune is that we're in a more altruistic, compassionate mood, but also people can take advantage of it. It makes me sad, but it's simply how the world works out. Have whatever anchors you, brings you back to center, brings you back to focus, grounds off your energy, so on and so forth. And then the Pisces moon will sextile Mercury in Capricorn that night, which is now direct because it goes direct at 8:13. Friday, there's this kind of sobering apathetic energy because Sun conjoins Saturn, but this is really helpful when it comes to handling our goals and our ambitions. We're looking through the lens of our life very realistically. Remember, with the new moon theme, what is working and what is not, and trimming ourselves from anything that does not feel liberating so that we can walk into a slumber party and genuinely feel like we are being celebrated, right? And with Sun conjunct Saturn, it's like looking at life and be like, yeah, I really wanted this to work, but it's just not, and that's okay. And typically that aspect on its own would be sort of depressing, honestly. Hardworking, certainly, but depressing. But we do have Mars sextile Jupiter occurring the same day, which is a really positive can-do energy. So Friday feels really optimistic because we have Mercury direct. If you haven't gotten to set your goals for the year ahead, we started the year with Venus retrograde and then Mercury was retrograde. If you haven't done your resolutions or anything like that, Friday's a great day for that because the planets are direct, they haven't cleared the shadow, but you're viewing the lens of your life very seriously. You're setting, tall goals for what it is that you want to achieve within the external world, and you're devoted to climb to the top of your potential within it. Mars is our action, it's assertion. Mars is exalted. Jupiter is in its domicile. So these are two planets very comfy working together. Mars is action, Jupiter is opportunity. So Friday, shoot your shot day, whether it's like sliding in the DMs of someone who you think is really attractive, or maybe it's like a friendship shoot your shot. Making friends as an adult is so weird. Like, you like people and you get along with them, but it's like, how do we hang out? Do you want to get a coffee? Do you like brunch? What's your vibe? And so Friday would be a great day to ask someone if they want to get brunch, or maybe it's a career shoot your shot, asking, that dream collaboration, sending over your pitch deck or whatever it is. The universe rewards courage, and that's also in force since the moon enters Aries on Friday at 6:57 a.m. Just keep in mind, for those who are not on the West Coast, that there will be a void moon from 1:41 a.m. to 6:57. So West Coast will still be asleep. So I don't think any of you will do anything too important, but if you're watching from UK or Australia or anything of the nature, just be mindful. Do the time zone calculation and then be mindful. But yes, so with the Aries moon, this is very shoot your shot, courage, go after it. Be realistic. Maybe don't shoot your shot to like get a feature with Beyonce or something like that. Be realistic, which you will be viewing life with Sun conjunct Saturn, but shoot your shot. Believe in your ability to make things happen, to take something from an idea and turn it into substance. That is the energy of Capricorn. And Mars is in Capricorn. There feels to be sort of an angry vibe on Friday, as the Aries moon will clash with its own ruler, Mars in Capricorn. So tempers could reach a zenith. So just something to be mindful of the 4th. You could be feeling extra feisty, have a temper. And Saturn, think of like viewing, on Friday, you're going to be viewing life through the Saturnian lens. So like, you could be being really realistic about your own faults, your own challenges, what lies ahead, but also other people. Like, this is the energy of the slumber party when y'all are roasting each other, and then someone has a roast that's just like a little too real, and then it's just like, ooh, ouch. There feels to be that energy on Friday where someone could go a little beyond their step with a joke, or like you're just chilling with, your partner and they make a joke and you're just like, a little too far. We like the fun banter energy because the moon's in Capricorn, but there feels to be an ouch where someone goes beyond, comedic. Saturday the 5th, the Aries moon sextiles both Saturn and Sun, since they're, slowly separating from their conjunction the day prior. So this is a really positive day to be active, to work on something that you're passionate about. You have that logical Saturnian lens, and now that you've identified the goal, you've clarified, where your challenges lie, where your faults are, what's working, what's not working. Now it's about taking action, right? We shot the shot on Friday, but now we need to edit the pitch deck in order to send it out, or whatever the little steps are. Saturday is a great day to work on that, or to just do something active, anchor into your physical experience. There does feel to be sort of an impatient energy in the morning. This is not the day I would go to brunch. Shoot your shot to get brunch on Friday, but maybe schedule the brunch for when the moon enters Taurus, which happens shortly, because with the Aries moon square Venus in Capricorn wants to wait for the finer things of life. Aries moon wants it right now. So it's just sort of a clash there that happens in the morning. And then in the afternoon, the Aries moon will sextile both Saturn and Sun, since they're separating from their conjunction, which is a positive can-do energy. There's a little bit of an ouch on Sunday because the Capricorn moon squares off with Chiron in Aries. And Chiron is the wounded healer. Mars in Capricorn, its downfall is that it's realistic to the point of pessimism, and you might be getting frustrated because with the Sun Saturn, viewing life very realistically, that could be frustrating to realize how far it is to go. It can feel frustrating how hard you're having to work for, what little results thus far, and there can be this feeling of personal failing. Like, why am I not enough? Why can I not do this perfectly? Why can I not do this with ease? Why can I not succeed with ease? But your only competition is with yourself. Like, if you can look back on a year prior and feel that you have grown in some way or gotten better in some way, that is improvement, that is achievement. So just be realistic about the barometers of your success. There will always be, my Capricorn mom used to always tell me this, but I'm so grateful she did, truly. She's like, there will always be someone, prettier, more talented, more funny than you. Like, that's not the barometer that you can use to boost yourself up. Like, your value has to come from within, feeling proud, because you can't look outside yourself, because there will always be someone that you feel like is out of your reach, or someone a little bit better than you. And Capricorn wants to be the best, so there could be this sensation of like, why am I not enough? But so long as you are improving from where you were a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So long as you are persevering through the challenges that life's presenting, that's achievement, that's success, that's enough. So just love yourself through those moments that feel like they're gonna emerge Saturday, Sunday. And the Aries moon will square off with Pluto in Capricorn, which is sort of an intense emotional world. And the moon is void until it enters Taurus at 2:52 p.m. So the moon will be void from 9:21 a.m. to 2:52 p.m. And so during that void Aries moon, you could be sort of frustrated, impatient. And when the moon enters Taurus, perfect timing. Don't you love a Taurus moon Sunday? I mean, I feel like Taurus energy is what Sunday's all about. Luxuriating, maybe in your jammies, maybe in a robe, doing a face mask, eating something delicious, anchoring into your physical reality, just sort of like treating yourself, having a very peaceful day. We love Taurus moon for that. So that afternoon, make sure to do something nice for yourself, anchor into your physical reality. Friends, the Magic Monday mantra of the week is, I ascend to the highest of my potential. You are your own competition, okay? With Sun Saturn, there can be feelings around noticing where you are not enough, feeling very hard on yourself about where you're not enough. Maybe like being at that slumber party and like feeling like, oh, I'm so awkward, like I'm not funny enough, no wonder no one likes me. It's like this energy around viewing life realistic, almost to the point of pessimistic, where we're being needlessly hard on ourselves. So there is some positive momentum building, but just remember, you are your own competition. Your own potential is worth fleshing out. Your own uniqueness is worth celebrating. That's what Aquarius season is all about. And the only one who can dictate what is success and what is failure is you. And those barometers are going to look different person to person. So set them for yourself, ascend to your highest potential, and make it a beautiful week. Friends, my Instagram handle is @HaleyCometAstrology. My TikTok is the same. And thank you so much for joining for my slumber party. Hope you enjoyed the junk food and the gossip and the movies and all of the things. And I'm just so grateful to have had you here for Magic Monday. And until we meet again, drink lots of water and stay magical.